Hey, this is Sarah with Kuva Media, and I am going to do a demo here of Rhym, which is a wonderful application for creating quizzes and all kinds of things for marketing purposes. Now, I have not touched this app whatsoever, so this is mainly a UI and a UX test to see how intuitive the platform is and how easy it is to use for someone that knows nothing about it. So I'm going to try to create my first campaign. We'll see how it goes. Let's get started. Looks like there are a lot of templates to choose from, which is really nice. And some that are true games. It'll be interesting to see how well they do on mobile versus desktop. All right, here's the editor. Oh, okay, this is nice. Wow, so immediately you can see that there's a lot of customization options right now. It looks like they're going to be divided up by elements. So I guess the bezel to the spin the wheel is the first one. And then the element for the middle spinner, let's take a look. It looks like you can also upload your own files. Wow, so this is really customizable. So I haven't seen anything like that before. Select to easily edit background. Okay, that's cool too. So they have a tooltip sitting right there that guides you through. That's fantastic. That's a UX win right there for sure. Wow. Okay, so it looks like this hides the overlying elements. This doesn't match my brand at all, but it's cool. So we'll just add it just for this test. Okay, so it lets you change the images you like. I would like it if they would lock the ratio for your image. It's one tiny little thing they might want to fix, but otherwise, still super impressed. It's awesome. Ooh, looks like you can use Unsplash too. I'm going to put in a mountain just because I need something that has more contrast. Getting the image out of its aspect ratio. But otherwise really, really, really cool. So I love the Unsplash integration. It looks lovely. Oh, you can scan your own website. I've never seen that either. There's a lot of things so far I've never seen. Really, really impressed with this. Interesting. So you can actually change the probability. Looks like within the wheel, it's so customizable that you can change the probability within this. For legal reasons, you'll probably want to chat with your attorney about what to set these at and how that works for your jurisdiction. But otherwise, it's very cool. It's also very objective, so that you have control as the user over the probability versus the application. I would just probably be transparent about that probability in some way, shape, or form, or at least be objective about it. But very cool. And this is not legal advice. This is just something to chat with your attorney about if you have any questions. Ah, that looks dope. All right, so I'm still like super impressed right now. Saving it. One other thing I noticed about this application too, before I even got to my dashboard, is I don't know what coding language it uses, but it's fast. It's really, really a fast application. Everything loads incredibly fast, so I'm very impressed with that as well. Let's see here. Okay, this is nice too. So you can Normally in applications like, let's say, well, I won't say they're competitors, but in some others, you need to use CSS to be able to move it around this much and control where it goes. But this native editor is pretty much like a Canva dupe, but for creating your quizzes. So it's pretty cool. Now, I don't know where the modal is to be able to change this color though. So let's take a look. So it doesn't show up here. So if I click on this, these are the colors for the wheel. Where is the color for the button? That I don't know. Oh, here we go. Okay. So it looks like, depending on which element you're clicking on, so I can actually just hide that so I don't confuse myself, but depending on what element you're clicking on, these are the controls that are available for it. So can you change it? There we go. Okay. So you have to type it in. Let's see, can I change? Perfect. I like a 4 or a 3 personally for a border radius. Just think it's just what I like for my brand. Yours may be different. Some people might prefer a completely rounded button, but I like a 4. Let's see what other settings there are. So you can change the type of border and the border width and the radius. Lovely. Couldn't ask for anything more. It'd be cool to be able to do gradients at some point, but that's just me as a designer asking. 99% of users are going to be super happy with all of the customization that's available. I will change the color of the font so that it's easier to see. Not resetting the text. So that doesn't seem to be working. Wonder if I have to select the text. Again, I'm going through all of this because the point of this test is not to show the features necessarily, but to show how intuitive and easy it is to use the platform in the first place. Okay, there we go. So if you need to change the text, it looks like you need to select the individual text. Some people might see that as annoying, but it's actually good for me because I bet you're able to then change each individual letter if you want. Let's see if that worked. Yep. Okay. So technically, it looks like it's a pain that you have to select the text that you want to change the color for, but it's actually better for customization. So you can actually change each individual letter if you want to, a word, or change it all. That's pretty cool. I'm going to leave it like that. Let's see here. Oh, there's a fit to background. Let's delete this. Okay, so there is a fit to background button that you can click, and it's immediate, but again, it does distort your image. So I would love to see some way to keep the aspect ratio of the source image. Would be much better. Looks like you can put a transparency on it, which is lovely. Ah, gorgeous. So it looks like the default background for the transparency is white. I don't know. Doesn't look like there's a way to change that. It would be nice with this transparency option to choose the underlying color. Because ideally I would put a straight flat black or my brand dark gray that looks like a black underneath that. But it is nice to have that option for contrast. I'll do save. I don't know if this auto saves, so that might be something too. Save often. Okay, so it looks like you can have a header, subheader, and then subtitle to anything in here. That's perfect. A brand kit. You know I'm going to use that. That saves so much time. That's beautiful. And then it looks like you can add more screens. So technically, if you can add more screens, you'll probably be able to basically make this a mini app within itself. So each quiz could have a lot more content than just the quiz and the end screen. I think for marketing purposes, you'll probably want to keep it as simple as possible. But if you're using this perhaps at a trade show on an iPad or a touchscreen device for people to interact with, sometimes having more content within the one app will be helpful for that application. Just as it is, it looks like They've put a lot of thought into this. A lot of people are going to be able to use this out of the box without any issue. I'm pretty impressed with it. Integrations, I just want to check that out quick. So it looks like it has 3 built-in integrations for Google Analytics, MailChimp, and Facebook Pixel. Those are pretty comprehensive for a lot of use cases. Obviously, we're always going to ask for more, but as a starting point, with this being a brand new app, that's fantastic. And Google Analytics and Facebook Pixels are going to be pretty much universal for any marketer. So that hits a lot of use cases right off the bat. I'm pretty impressed with it so far. I will dive in and do some deeper comparisons and look at the features and everything like that. But overall, I feel really good about it. It is very, very easy to use. If you're not great at designing, it kind of doesn't matter because it looks like a lot of this is pretty easy to use without extensive graphic design training or anything like that. So hope you guys enjoyed this, and I would say I'd rate this as a buy for sure. Go for it.